All right, we're back. So yeah, Marquis, you get to spend a night, courtesy of the hospitality of the Revenskern jail.
I
It's
miss
not.
my new bed.
Yeah, I'll bet you do. You're sleeping on a cold stone floor. There's a bucket for you to do your business in.
Actually, chances are I'd spend the entire night meditating, considering how I reacted.
Mm-hmm. Yep, not very peaceful and centered and zen of you. No, you allowed the anger to take control. Anger causes something. Something causes something. Something causes something.
Dark side.
Yeah, dark side. So next day, you're let out. And, guards warn you against further trespasses against the law. So, what do you guys do this fine morning? Oh, Dimsy, before night fell completely after your little run-in with the Order of the Iron Cross, you had a quick errand to run, I believe?
Yeah, I ran out and got something, and then come back and I laid it next to Brian before he woke up. Oh, Berrigan, sorry.
Something.
Yeah, something. A carrot.
Is it gift wrapped?
Yes. It's in a little plastic bag,
Baragon's
I guess.
still passed out. He's completely out of it. He's out.
Yeah, it's in a burlap sack. You.
Okay. The next morning you
Well-
awake, Baragon, and there's this burlap sack sitting next to you. You don't know where it came from.
It's full of dust imps.
He'll for like sap, yes. As in the weapon, a sap. Like a gigantic burlap sap. Yeah. So he'll just kind of like sit up. He's decided that he's just gonna reside on the kitchen floor. So he'll wake up and kind of look over and see it and go, "Oh, that's odd shaped. I wonder." And he'll take one of his hand axes and just kind of slam it into the bag and then rip it open.
Okay. And what does he find, Dimsy?
He finds an axe.
And
Oh my
he kind of like stands up, grabs the axe from the ground, looks at it, gives it a good look, notices the inscription and all of the cool details that are upon it, and he just kind of starts swinging it around, and he's like, "Yeah, this is awesome!" Slams it right into the counter.
Make an attack roll against the counter.
We just bought this house.
Let's
It's a
see.
bad investment.
So yeah, this is a +1 battle axe, by the way.
Okay,
That's it.
that's without the +1, but
Okay. Yeah, you cleave the counter in half.
whoops.
Better start working off this damage. God damn it!
And then I'll just kind of look around, and I assume Dimsy's nearby, yeah?
Yeah, I'm like standing at the bottom of the stairs, just looking at you.
Yeah,
Okay,
he'll just kind of look
maybe.
over at you, and he'll go, "Did you do this? I know you did this. Look at how awesome it is."
Like, yeah, my counter.
Now go hug him and crush him.
Okay, yeah. So Marquis, you come back in the morning and you find the kitchen counter has been cleaved. Baragon's dancing around with his shiny new +1 axe. So, yeah. So, you guys do your rounds. You stop by the Mercenaries Guild today, and they have a job for you.
Yay,
And-
work.
Yeah. There's been reports out on the trade road of attacks by some sort of large flying lizard creature. It's suspected to be a wyvern.
But he's in prison.
Uh,
I'm being framed.
but yeah, they need somebody to go out and kill it because it's attacking merchants along the trade road.
Interesting.
I honestly thought that it was going to be... there have been reports of a large blue lizard man punching people in the city.
And then the telephone
Let's get-
game turned into a flying lizard.
Yeah. um,
Real
we'll
quick
ask how much.
before the morning ends, do the Undesirables have some sort of insignia or something of the sort that they would have on their belongings or anything like that?
Nope.
I don't
Just
think
our
so.
gorgeous faces.
Unless you guys came up with one.
I would like it to be a beaver.
No.
We got to keep this PG.
And I'll be a squirrel.
Oh,
Well,
like an actual
well.
silhouette of a beaver.
It's gonna be the squirrel, man. I shoot squirrels.
This
Okay.
is why we never created one. We could never decide on something.
Yeah, we could never decide.
It should be a
We'll
random
Just
one.
make it a bag of refuse and call it good.
See
I
this
think we'll
bag
take
of
the
trash?
job.
It's our mascot.
That's
Okay,
our
moving
aesthetic.
forward.
So I'll ask how much the reward is for.
Okay. Your share of the bounty will be 75 gold pieces.
Not too bad.
I think we take it.
Well, it's better than 0. Let's go.
Okay.
Yeah, let's get it.
Baragon is still chipper over the axe, and he's like, "Yeah, and then I can pay you back."
Exactly. So, are you guys taking the maple beaver?
No.
How far do we know it is? Okay.
Uh,
Instantly no.
By foot, it would be about a day's travel. If you take the horses,
Oh, then maybe.
Yeah. If you take the
That's
horses,
cool.
it'd be about 6 hours.
Yeah, we're taking the horses.
Okay. So you hitch up the horses, pile in the beaver, and away you go out along the eastern road. You go to, head out along the road, and you come to a place where there start to be some larger hills on either side of the road, some high crests with trees hanging over them. Let's see. As you are traveling, who is performing what job? So, like, someone needs to be in charge of actually, like, keeping the horses on the path. Someone should be, like, at least one person should be, like, a lookout, I guess. So, what are you guys doing?
I'll be holding the horses, I guess.
Okay.
He's going to be in the back of the Maple Beaver meditating.
Baragon is deathly afraid of horses, so he'll likely be back there with him as well, retching over the sides of the wagon, and he'll play the role of the lookout.
Okay.
I'll
Okay.
sit
Vomiting
quietly
and
in the
look
front, as I do not want to be sitting next to somebody vomiting.
Okay. So, Alkir and Dimsy, you guys sit up front, and then Baragon and Marquis, you guys are inside. Alkir, make a perception check for me.
Certainly.
Okay.
Not too hot lately.
Not too cold.
Okay. So you're like, keeping your eyes up, watching for overhangs, watching for places where some sort of flying creature might nest. And you don't see anything, but you are alerted by the sound of a loud sort of squawk, like an angry chicken.
Cockatoo.
Guys, I'm gonna pound on the roof. We got angry chickens.
Okay. So there's one a loud squawk, and it's answered by another second loud squawk.
Jimsy, get this thing under a
Yeah.
tree.
Under a tree?
Yes. Nearest one. Go.
Yeah, you can pull it off the road and like park it
Yeah,
under some
I'll
trees.
pull it off the road a bit, yeah. I can,
Okay.
Whoa.
Make a parallel
everybody pile
parking check.
Okay. So you pull your wagon over.
Uh,
And I'll have a look around to see if I can see anything.
Okay.
Baragon barrels over the
I can't
side.
see nothing.
Yeah, you don't notice anything out of the ordinary.
I don't see no chickens.
Baragon
I'll
comes
proceed
tumbling
on
out of
foot.
the door.
and looks around
He's gonna crit.
himself.
Oh,
Sees
Also
everything.
sees
I was
nothing.
really hoping he was gonna crit there.
And Marquis sees everything.
Ah, Marquis.
Yay.
Okay. Yeah.
Meditation helps.
You're looking around and you hear again this just loud chicken-like squawk, and it sounds like it's coming from the north side of the road, north of the road a ways.
They're over there, guys.
And
Alright,
so Baragon's gonna walk around the back of the cart to avoid the horses, and he'll start walking in that general direction. I like this idea. Let's go get some chicken.
Okay.
And I'll hop off the car and be like, yeah, follow him. Stay here, horsies.
Whoops.
Um,
Whoosh. Okay, so you guys walk north for a bit.
Just can somebody tie up the horses? I mean, because this is a really bad idea to just leave them there.
They're well
Next thing
behaved.
you know, DM
They're
rolls so they
tame.
run away.
the same.
That's a good idea, actually.
We're
Somebody
gonna
get
come
the-
back to a horse.
I put the anchor on the beaver, you know.
He lowered the anchor. Okay, I'm just going to assume one of you tied them up. So,
Yeah.
all right. So you guys are proceeding north. When you sort of come a steep hillside, and as you're looking up at, you again hear this loud pair of squawks, and they seem to be coming just from the top of the hill.
Alright, I'm gonna get my bow ready.
I'm gonna
No, I have a
pull
quick
out
look
my
around.
new toy as well.
I look the opposite direction, like, yeah, it's behind us.
You run south, I'll get them.
I'll get him, guys.
Or he's
Alright,
going to
I'm
take
gonna
the
tell
lead
these
with
guys-
their dragons. Or
Well, actually, I'm gonna tell everybody to kind of hang back a little bit. Let me take a peek real quick.
I grudgingly listen.
Okay.
And then I will stealth my way up there.
There you went.
Not very well. No, not
No,
even a
you
little bit.
won't.
Okay.
Critical
So,
fail.
It's amazing that
you go.
that
Yeah.
wow.
You climb up
10.
this hillside, thinking you're being nice and sneaky and stealthy, and you get to the top. I'll put you out here because you're up in front of everyone else. You get to the top, and you just see this large reptilian creature. If I can, whoop.
I hate it when large reptilian creatures fucking whoop.
With two heads
Oh god.
right in front of you, just sort of like sitting there at the top of the hill, waiting for you. And
I'm gonna make an animal handling check real quick.
You need
you
carrots.
can
Suit it.
try
Yep.
and then
Nope.
Oh,
roll
You don't know what
Suited
the
off.
name is.
he gets eaten.
Eat the carrots, man. They give you a +1. Select my
It'll
carrots.
God damn, super shitty rolls today.
See?
Yeah, you
Should
know
have had a
how to-
hangover.
Yeah, we need to be drunk to be working.
Apparently, no,
Apparently.
hungover is what we need.
Well,
Paragon-
at least it's horrible too.
Baragon is drunk, and this is what happens.
At least the Wyvern is also drunk.
hang on. La la la. Okay. So, you see this large, two-headed, winged lizard creature. As you poke your head, it's staring right at you, Alkir, and its two heads will try to bite at you.
Ouch.
Whoops.
I don't think that hits.
That hits on it.
Does it get 3 attacks?
No, the 4 was its initiative.
Oh.
So it rolled an 18 and a 20. So,
Yep, let's hit.
so the first head bites you and just sinks its sharp teeth into one of your arms. The other one bites you and finds a nice soft spot close to your throat. And blood gushes into their mouths as they savor.
Ruining my shirt.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
They
that's
savor
your
the
first
flavor
boss.
of elf. Dimsy, you probably hear a loud scream that sounds like Alkir. What do you do?
I can't see it from here, so I'll have to run up, I guess.
Only
No,
if you're
I'll
looking
run
right
up
direction.
here. Yeah. Oh yeah, I turn around like, oh, over here, and I run up. And I see this big thing. I'm like, oh Jesus! And I will cast Melf Acid Arrow at it. Ching.
Nice. Okay, yeah. You hit it, and it takes a nice solid hit with this arrow of acid that flies forth from your hands, and you see it begin to corrode and eat away at its leathery hide.
Take that, you fiend!
Okay. Marquis, how do you respond?
At first, Marquis actually really reluctant to attack it. This is the first time he's ever seen a dragon creature. He's fascinated by it and still kind of wrestling with whether or not he should fight it. But then it took a gigantic bite out of Alkir, so...
Now you love it!
Exactly! No,
Now it's my friend.
just to start, Marquis is going to take a dart, dip it in the poison that he still has, and throw it at the dragon. Try to slow it down with that.
What poison is that?
Spider venom.
Yeah, the vial of spider venom.
Okay. What does that do?
That's poison.
I don't know, you've been usually telling me
That
what
look
it does,
means
but
it's
I
now
don't.
inert.
Hang on, let me look up what giant spider venom does.
It was 1d4, but can't remember.
If I'm right, it does 1d4, but it also does strength damage, I do believe.
Nope. So, okay, make your attack roll with your dart.
Yeah, you hit.
Wow.
Okay. So, you get stuck with a dart, it takes some damage, and then the wyvern needs to make a con save.
Oh, right. I remember what it does now.
Mm.
So, then it takes some poison damage. Roll 2d8, Marquis.
Yeah, that's right. Jeez. I think it was powerful.
Damn, okay. So yeah, this poison just burns through the wyvern's veins, and it shrieks in pain, and its jaws release Alkir. So Alkir, it's now your turn.
Oh, wow, already. I'm gonna... What am I gonna do? I guess I'll back up. I'll use my bonus action to disengage now that I can do that.
Mm-hmm. Your cunning
Yeah.
action. Yep.
And then I'll take a shot at it, I guess, with my bow.
Very good. You stagger back, trailing blood, pull out your bow, draw an arrow, and strike it.
Hey, we're all hitting.
Mm-hmm.
Fortunately, nobody else is threatening it, so I can't sneak attack that thing.
Nope, unfortunately not. You strike it in one of its hind legs. Then it is Baragon's turn.
So naturally, Baragon, having seen his friends go into battle, and one of them get hurt, he's going to fly into a fit of rage.
Okay. You begin to rage.
And he's going to walk right up to the dragon and make 2 swings with his axe using Frenzy.
Okay.
Like a boss.
Okay. So, attack 1.
Misses,
Hello,
unfortunately.
Dravik.
Your axe blow glances off of its thick leathery hide.
And attack 2.
Oh,
Wow!
God.
Double crit.
My
Okay.
God.
Max damage.
Cow.
Jesus.
I don't know how to do it, unfortunately, with the roll 20, but that's also an additional 3 damage because of my rage.
Okay. So, your first strike misses. You let forth a roar of rage and bring your axe down. Another powerful strike. And
Super.
yeah. Wow. Okay. So that's Jesus.
It's like the imps all over again.
Hit with an axe.
Uh-huh. So that's 31 damage altogether. Okay, so yeah, you just, with a cry of rage, you bring your axe down and you hack one of this thing's heads off. And it just
Alright.
drops to the ground, and the neck stump sort of wiggles around and sprays blood. The remaining head screams. Then the wyvern gets to act. By the way, you're like up here somewhere.
Yes. Might I point out that also in my rage I have resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage.
Yep. Okay. But the wyvern still doesn't like you, so it's going to attack you with a bite. I don't think that hits your AC, does it?
I will tell you in a moment.
It's 15, isn't it?
Yes? Question mark?
Lower it or no?
Yeah, it's 15. It's 15.
Okay. And does Frenzy affect your AC at all?
It gives me exhaustion after a full round.
Okay. Okay, so yeah, it tries to bite you. You're able to just fend it off with your shield. Then it will swing its pointed tail at you. This has a nasty-looking barb at the end of it.
Look at it.
Nope. That also deflects harmlessly off your shield. Okay.
Yay.
And then it is Dimsy's turn.
Well, first, it takes 2d4.
Yes, it takes a little extra acid damage.
Only 4 more acid damage. And
Okay. Was there something you wanted to say, Baragon?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Since I'm not too familiar, I believe Ryan mentioned before, but how long is 1 minute D&D time?
It is 10 rounds.
Okay, that's how long my rage lasts, and that's after that is when I get exhaustion.
Yep. Okay. So yeah, takes a little bit more damage as that acid arrow eats further into its side. Dimsy, what else would you like to do in your turn?
well, I'm gonna aim for the acid hole with a lightning bolt.
Okay. I need to make a dex save, which is not particularly good at.
Oh, you dick.
Yeah.
But it makes it.
Ooh, actually save, so half of that damage.
So it still takes half damage.
Still better than Marquis.
Still better, okay, yeah.
It dodges, but then like a fork comes off your lightning bolt and shocks it. And shivers run across this creature's body as it crackles and howls in pain. Marquis, it is your turn.
Well, I'm going to do healing word to our wounded ally.
Okay.
Friends.
Mm-hmm.
Will it get the blood out?
So for those of you at home who are familiar with 5th edition, who may be curious how a monk has healing word, it's because of a quest he did earlier on before we started streaming. He got a special ability that allows him once per day to cast healing word, so long that he's outside in some sort of natural setting. So kind of a little bit of druidism.
Yeah, spiritual enlightenment. And then as a bonus action, I'm going to use Water Whip. Is it possible for me to use that as non-lethal?
Yes, you can do any attack non-lethally.
Perfect, and I will do Water Whip to him.
Okay. Okay,
Take
another
damage.
dex save. Okay. So you swing out your hand and this whip of water flies forth and slaps the wyvern in his one remaining face. You whip it good.
Exactly.
Alkir. This thing looks very badly hurt. It's missing one of its heads. Its side is being eaten away by acid. Just got slapped in the face.
All right, let's party. I'm gonna toss my bow down and pull out both my daggers. And how many feet is that? I guess I'll run to about there. And then double stab.
Okay, you make your main hand. Excuse me. That hits it, yeah. So you stab it in the side. You get a little bonus damage for your sneak attack. So, good. And then, unfortunately, your offhand dagger is turned away. The creature's tail just comes around and slaps your hand away as you try to stab it a second time.
Rude.
Baragon.
So Baragon is still in his fit of rage, and seeing blood just makes him
For
want
the
to do it
second hit.
more. And so he's going to make 2 swings again. So
And got my
attack
next
1.
trick. God.
Yep, you hit it, and you open up a nasty gash in its chest.
And on the return attack,
Jesus.
I'm out.
Okay. You successfully sever its second head, and the headless body of this thing just flops to the ground, twitches a little bit, and dies.
Marquis is saddened.
alright.
I'm glad I bought
Wow.
that axe.
I almost wish you would have done it in one attack, so that he could have done like this, like one single arc where on the upswing he takes off one head, and then on the other swing down takes off the other head.
That would have been pro. Someday.
Someday.
I aspire to greatness.
Yep. So,
So that's it for this.
yeah. The bounty said to bring back its heads as proof that you've slain
Oh
it.
man,
You handily already cut them off.
we don't get to keep them. All right, I'm
You
gonna.
keep the tail.
Yeah, I'm gonna
yeah.
investigate the tail.
Dimsy, you know that a creature like this, the insides of it can be useful in magical experimentation and potion making. So your new buddies at the Mysterium Arcanus might find them valuable.
And way ahead of Dimsy is Baragon. And actually, he's just not. He's not having any of this wyvern. He's still in a fit of rage, so he's gonna go ahead and just start chopping at it and
No, stop.
make a couple of chops.
Okay, you just start hacking this thing to pieces. You hack off one of
Marquis
its swings.
breaks
and
into tears.
God, no, stop.
It's horrified.
hack its tail off.
And eventually, after he's done so, he'll just kind of fall back on his back and start huffing.
Okay.
And I walk up to the corpse that's now hacked into pieces and I see if I can salvage anything.
The dwarf is spent. He must now rest.
Maybe a
Uh,
nature check for survival.
Marquis, Go ahead.
I made that investigation roll to check out the tail.
mm-hmm.
Like any kind of, it's got a barb on it, and you kind of.
It does have a barb. It seems to be glistening with some sort of liquid that, inspecting it closely, you suspect to be a poison of some sort.
Excellent. Let's see if I can't get some of that.
Don't
Okay.
touch it with your hands.
Roll 1d3. Okay, you're able to collect 3 vials of wyvern poison.
Excellent. All right, I'm gonna take the tail with me though, as well.
And that survival check is if I can sound.
Holy crap!
Okay, so Baragon did a good job of like hacking off its limbs, but
Yes.
the internal organs remain mostly intact. Like some of them have a little bit of acid eating into them. They're a little sizzling from the lightning bolts, but you can harvest most of its torso.
Don't say I'll do that.
You're all vultures and animals.
Hey, we're just making sure we use all of the animal that we have just slain in respect of it.
Let nothing go to waste.
I don't see you taking the limbs that were hacked off.
I'm gonna make
Bury
a
them.
persuasion roll to see if he falls for it.
Baragon, just completely exhausted, kind of sits up and looks over at him. Oh, I plan to take at least one of those. And upon doing so,
Put the wings.
he kind of jiggles a dire wolf's hoof that he has, or paw rather, that he has hanging on his side. That's his previous trophy.
Okay.
Dire wolf hoof.
So what part of the wyvern are you collecting as a trophy?
I'd like to take one of its front claws.
Okay, yeah. You can sever that pretty easy.
Do you want me to
Mostly.
make any kind of check, or
Nah,
safe enough? Okay.
it's easy enough, yeah.
I'm pretty sure you cut it off anyway. It's probably just.
Yeah.
Marquis
Alright, so we
retreats
get-
back to the beaver in protest as you just hack this creature apart.
All right, Are we gonna hang out here for a little while, or are we heading straight back?
Set up like beaver, I guess. You can hang out
Is
the
anybody-
beaver and rest.
Who's carrying the
anybody
heads?
interested? You were, Mister. I chopped them off.
I don't
Yeah,
know
well-
if I am. I'm exhausted.
I'll carry one head on my
All
shoulder.
right, I guess Dimsy and I are carrying one head each. Anybody interested in seeing if this thing is tasty?
No.
Wyvern steak?
I will murder you.
What?
That's so rude.
I don't want to get the taste of dragon and be like, oh, that's really nice, and then never have it again.
You guys always look at Marquis
Yeah.
with a look of curiosity.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It looks tasty.
Turns out
I've
dragon
got-
is the most delicious thing ever.
I've got the hunger.
You are horrible people.
One morning,
Alright.
we wake up and Marquis is missing an arm.
I'm gonna go ahead and try and cook some of it.
Okay, you are adept at cooking. What part of the wyvern would you like to prepare?
I'll do one of the back legs that has been severed.
Okay, so a nice haunch of wyvern.
Yes.
Yeah. You cook it up and prepare it. Do you present this to the members of the Cook's Guild as like an exotic delicacy?
I'll try it first to see if it's any good.
It's really not.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'm just gonna leave it there.
Maybe you're just not a good enough cook to make it good.
Dun dun.
Let's try it on you
Put the
next
right
time.
spices. Yeah, we'll put some carrots with that.
It's carrots.
He's got a bundle of carrots. Yeah.
Alright, so I put the head on the back of the wagon.
I'll do the same.
Okay, so you load the heads back into the beaver, hop on board, turn it around, head back to town. You turn your wyvern heads in. The guy at the desk congratulates you for doing a good job. Tosses you 75 gold pieces, and we'll just add that in. I added your pay from last time into the group chest, so
That's good.
that's okay with everyone. I'll just throw your payment from this one in there as well.
Works for me. For now.
Okay. And let's wrap it up here for tonight. You guys each gain. Let me see. You each gain 800 experience points. And yeah. Last time you guys had acquired a longsword from the priest dude that you saved. What happened to that?
Yeah.
Oh, it wasn't it grabbed by the revenant?
Yeah, but you got it back after you killed him.
I think we just added it to our loot.
Yeah, I
I'm
think we
just
just put
saying
it in the back of the
Nobody
it's
here
in
really
the-
uses
It's still
swords.
sitting in the beaver thing.
Okay. Well, somewhere in your possession you have an exquisite +1 longsword that you can do something with.
We all use long swords here.
Dude,
Oh,
we might
use
need it in the future.
You might. Dimsy
Yeah,
will
give it
become
to Alk
adequate
here.
at the long sword.
Have Baragon pick up dual weapon fighter. Then you can dual wield the axe and the sword.
Make 4 attacks? Yeah, that's just what I need. Um, yeah, no,
Crit-
let's let Dimsy become Gandalf. Like, sounds like a great idea to me. Staff in one hand, longsword in the other.
Well, we have found out that
Dimsy-
Dimsy is particularly lethal with his staff
Yeah.
for some reason.
For some
Uh,
reason, my staff is just, most bludgeoning weapon ever.
Best bludgeoning
Yeah.
weapon ever.
He hasn't tried it since he got the head on the end of it now.
Yeah, it might be less. I haven't even had to use it yet because I keep rolling good.
I'm just really happy that I cleaved 2 heads off in 2 rounds. Like,
Yeah, I am. Yeah, I'm really glad I bought you that axe.
Jesus, I know it's ridiculous.
Okay,
There you
so
go.
yeah, we will sort of close with a little postscript as you guys settle in for the night and gets cozy. Well, Marquis gets cozy in his bed. The rest of you are still sleeping on the floor. Outside the house, unbeknownst to you guys, a couple figures sort of stand side by side and just look at your house, and one of them mutters to the other, that's where they live? Yeah, I heard they bought the place. Bunch of no-good, non-human scum. We'll teach them. And they go marching off into the night.
I heard that.
Okay, so that's where we're going to end for tonight. Thank you, everyone who showed up to watch. Hope you had enjoyed it. If you did, please hit the follow button. We play the Undesirables every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. Central, streamed right here on twitch.tv/imaginaryRoleplay. On Thursdays, same time, 7 p.m. Central, we have an Iron Kingdoms campaign, which has myself, Ryan, who plays Alkier, and Brian, who plays Baragon. We're also in that campaign, so come join us this Thursday as we stream that. Next week, we will not actually have the Undesirables, unfortunately, because I have a work commitment, so I won't be here for that. But we will have Iron Kingdoms this Thursday and next Thursday. And if you missed any of the show tonight, the VOD will be up on Twitch immediately after this, and I'll be carving it up and putting it on YouTube as well. So there's a link to the YouTube playlist right under here on Twitch. So, like, subscribe, follow, and favorite. Thank you so much, and hope you guys have a great night. We'll see you next week.